Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Death Toaster. It's the Pz.Sfl.IVC and it's located on the south spawn of Mountain Pass under the command of Jason Thomas of What Uni. Now you can see one mark of excellence on the barrel, and I believe that's the 88mm gun. This is basically a Panzer IV chassis with a mount to carry a flak gun on top, a very powerful flak gun with quite a lot of alpha damage. And you can see that Jason Thomas is going to go down the ice road, so he's headed off down that valley. Now this vehicle can actually carry two different versions of the 88mm gun and the flak gun, as well as a 75mm stock gun, which isn't really very powerful, but it can still do a fair amount of damage. And in actuality, the sides of the flak bus would normally fold down for firing, and it's a very vulnerable TD because really those sides are totally defenseless against shells. The shells will go straight through. He's knocked down a tree for some cover, but he's pulled forward just a little bit, and we can see that quite a few enemy tanks have turned up in the bowl area, but nobody's turned up yet at the on the ice road. And he's got a Panzer IV for company. Now the 88mm, oh, P43, it's got a penetration of 145mm and 220 alpha damage. And he got a shot in on that P43 that didn't hit. Oh, he took him out with that one shot. 24 hit points. And you can see just up on top of the bridge road there is a P2640 trying to get shots on him. Can't see him much, I think. And the P2640's been killed. But that was a one shot. It was the Hetsu who got him, probably with a derp gun. Panzer IV's moving ahead to do some sighting. He's a medium tank, but he can do that. He's got a few hit points to spare. Now normally the Death Toaster, as it's known, because it does look a bit like a toaster, would normally attack the enemy from a long distance away. If you ever get close to a Death Toaster, it's normally death for the Death Toaster, not the other way around, because it's so weak on its armour. It is basically a Panzer IV chassis with just metal sides to protect from small arms fire. Can't protect it from any tank rounds at all. He's moving forward. He's got a shot on a Marder 38. He fires a round in, gets a lovely hit. 209 hit points, but takes a round in return. So that was a low roll, because it normally would be 220 alpha. And he's waiting for the first enemy to come around the corner. He's lost a few of his hit points. Still only the one kill. So we know there's a Marder around the corner, Marder 38T, but there's also a Matilda. And the Matilda can do 50 hit points or 55 hit points of damage every shot from the 2-pounder. But he should be able to penetrate that Matilda very, very easily indeed. Normally the armour on the Matilda is quite strong against standard anti-tank rounds. But against the flak bus it really stands no chance, especially when it's an 88mm gun. 5.49 is the reload time. And still nothing. I think they're waiting for him to go around the corner and take shots at them. We're not doing so well at the moment because we're 2 tanks down. There's only 5 left on our team, and there's 7 on the enemy team. And here comes the Matilda, and he puts one in, 194, low roll, gets a fire round in return and takes him out with the second shot. But he's lost a lot of hit points, 177 to the Matilda. And he's now down to 64, and he's backing up, and that rock's in the way. And that's an Arty round coming in. Can't tell which Arty because there's 3 on the enemy team, an Su-122, an Su-5 and a Sturmpanzer. But I suspect that was the Sturmpanzer 2 round, 15cm shell. Okay, looks like instead of actually going up the ice road, he's going to try and defend from the ridgeline up top. And the reason for that as well is the M5 Stuart has made it back to the cap area. Oh, we just lost our SU-5. He was taken out by the Panzer 4.5. Or 5.4, I should say. And we might be about to lose the Griller too. He's backing away, and that M5 Stuart's, yeah, he's drilling him full of holes. He's put 3 in, and he's gone. Oh, he tried to get round the Griller to kill him, but to ram kill him, I think, and it failed. And we're at the foot of the hill now, going up to attack the Stuart. We've been spotted. Oh, the Griller's been killed, and he takes out the Stuart. And it was Kolobanov is on the cards if he can win this battle, but he's got 4 remaining enemies. He's killed the Stuart, which was the 5th enemy. Oh, that was an Arty round, and I would guess that that round came from the Su-122A, because the other 2 can't extend this far. They're fairly short range. And he's now going to take up a position in the bush and wait for that Marder 38T to come around the corner. If so, then that Marder won't last very long. Remember, he's low on hit points. He's only got 25% of his hit points left. Jason's decided to abandon that position, and he's going to go round the corner. Or is he going to take up an ambush position? Ooh, he's going to be very sneaky. He's going to ambush the tanks as they come in to try and cap. Now, he can one-shot the Marder for sure, and he's now just waiting for the Arty to turn up. Now, there's a possible Dumitru's medal as well on the cards, because there's 3 Artys remaining. There comes the Marder. Can't get him there. Just going to wait until he comes out from behind the rocks. Oh, beautiful! Right over the rock, actually, at the Marder, but he was seen. So he's going to have to change position, because I think the Su-122 will try and get him. And in fact, actually, he's keeping moving because he's waiting for the 6 seconds to expire. So they can't see him. Don't back up too far. You'll go over the edge. Yep, you don't want to make that mistake. I think some people have, and they've regretted it ever since. That cliff edge can be very, very deadly. Now, he is in a concealed position there, but I'm afraid he was seen in that position during the 6 seconds, and I did hope that he was going to move away, but he didn't. Now he's knocked a tree down, so that's given away his position as well. Here comes the Sturmpanzer. Panzer II with a big gun on it, and it dies with 1 shot. Here comes the Su-5. He's loaded, and he dies with 1 shot. And that means there's just the Su-122A, and of course he's already fired. So he's got a Pz.Sfl.IVC medal at least. But the question is now, who will win, the Death Toaster or the Su-122A? Well, the Su-122A is based on the chassis of the Su-76, but with a 122mm gun or a 152mm gun. And I think it's the 152mm version, but we'll see that when it finally does turn up, or unless if Jason is killed by an Arty round, then obviously we won't know which version it is. But he's taking an overwatch. Now this position is actually quite good for the ambush. It's just as possible that the Su-122 would go the ice road, but it's more likely that he would stay on the flat because he's rather slow, being based on the Su-76. So he's probably going to drive on the flat ground, which means he'll go the west route. So, yep, he'll probably see him coming from directly in front. He could go hunt him, actually, for that matter. Yep, he's decided to do just that. He's only got 80%. Oh my God, he came round the bridge road. But now the Su-122 knows where he is. And he puts it round him, but the Su-122 has fluffed his shot. So he's got a long reload. He can just drive up and shoot him now. And he does. And that's game. A Dumitru's Kolobanov Medal. High caliber, just about everything else, I should think. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Oh my god, just look at this. This is an amazing battle. He got an ace tanker, his first ace tanker in the Pz.Sfl.IVC. He also got a Reaper badge for taking out more than 3 tanks in a row. And in fact, actually, yes, he did take out 3 tanks in a row. If you think the Matilda, then the M5 Stuart, the Sturmpanzer II and the Su-5 all in a row, so that's 4 in a row. He also got a Master Gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating hits in a row, a Duelist badge for taking down 2 tanks that did damage to him during the battle, and the Fire for effect for dealing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. He got, out of the epic medals, a Dumitru's medal because he took down all 3 enemy Arty, the Sturmpanzer II, the Su-5 and the Su-122A. He got the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov Medal, for standing alone against 5 enemies. And it was very brief, Kolobanov, because the M5 Stuart just killed the Grilla a second or so before he killed the M5 Stuart, leaving him facing 4 opponents after he killed the 5th one. And he also picked up a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he was one short of getting the Radley Walters, because he actually managed to get 7 kills in total. So pity about that, but can't be helped. But certainly a very good result for anyone. And the win rate of 5144. If we look at the team score, we can see he didn't get the highest damage on the game. Actually, no, that didn't go to him. That's the reason he didn't get the high caliber. I thought he had got it, but no, he didn't. If you look at the damage, it was actually the Panzer 54 who actually managed to get the most damage. He got 1,768 hit points and picked up the high caliber. And the Hetzer on his own team managed to get higher than him with 1,250 hit points, including that 350 hit point hit on the P2640, which is a one-shot. And he managed to get 1,197 hit points of damage, and of course picked up those 3 epic medals. When it came to kills, he beat everyone else. He got 7 kills, the Panzer 54 managed to get 4, and the Hetzer managed to get 3. And when it came to base XP, he managed to get 963, which was enough for an ace tanker in the Pz.Sfl.IVC, because not many people do actually get ace tankers. It's a pretty difficult thing to play. And then we've got the Panzer 54, who managed to get 794, and then the Hetzer with 639 base XP. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, he fired 11 rounds. He got 10 penetrations, 11 direct hits, 10 penetrations. Shows the power of that 88mm gun. It will just carve its way through most targets. He did damage of 1,197 hit points, and all of it was at closer than 300 meters. He received 2 hits as a result of splash damage from the enemy Arty. He also spotted 5 enemy vehicles, which include the enemy Arty, and damaged 7 of the enemy and killed 7 of the enemy, and managed to get damage assistance of 350 hit points, spotting that P2640 and allowing the Hetzer to kill him. And he also managed to get 3 defense points because the Su-5 was in the cap at the moment that he was killed. On a premium account, he earned 29,867 credits, and he got 4,480 credits for mission completion, bringing up a total of 34,347 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 29,573 credits, and that's not bad for a tier 5 tank destroyer. He also received 9 bonds during that battle for getting the Dumitru's, the Kolobanov and the Top Gun. On the XP side, he managed to earn 1,444, got 217 for mission completion, and that brought up a total of 1,661 experience points altogether for this battle. So, pretty fantastic game there for Jason Thomas, and it was actually played only about an hour or so ago. I saw this one pop up on the replay site, and I thought, oh, I'll have to do that one straight away because it is so good. An ace tanker, Reaper, Dumitru's, Kolobanov and Top Gun all in one. So congratulations, Jason. Difficult tank to play, but you played it very well indeed. And if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.